Welcome back to SEC Sports Talk, the Sanchez Entertainment Channel with my brother Nick and my brother Anthony. We are all brothers, 3 different generations, 3 different views of sports, and we've got a great show today. Of course, we're going to talk NBA playoffs. Got a lot to talk about there. Anthony's got some baseball for us with the Cardinals and Major League Baseball. That'll be on the way. But first, also, Nick he's going to talk about some football, college football rankings that just came out that I haven't heard. Anthony hasn't heard yet, so this will be brand new for us too. Plus, he's got something else. There's a brand new game. Is that right, Nick?
Well, not brand new, but it's newer. It's called Poeltl.
Okay.
They kind of backed off the Wordle sensation. I don't know if you have heard of that, Johnny. But I've
heard of it.
Right. It's the same concept, but it's NBA players.
Okay.
So I didn't know. I guess we want to get started on that right now.
Yeah, let's click on that. So
yeah.
It's a game where you have to figure out who the player is. Is that what?
Correct. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to guess a player. It's going to tell you if you got the conference right, the division right, their height, age, jersey number, and team. If you're close, or if they've played for that team before, it'll be yellow. If they're in the same division, it'll be green, for example. If they're near the height, it'll be like 2 within, stuff like that. So probably be easier to just go ahead and start playing, just to explain it some more. Okay. Johnny, I want you to just give me an NBA player. Just any NBA player. Current. Yes.
I knew he was going to ask current. I knew he was going to ask current.
Right.
I've got to give you, in my opinion, who the NBA player of the playoffs is right now, to me anyway. Ja Morant.
Okay, so this will give you a little start. So the gray boxes means that this player has nothing to do with any of those. The green means he is in that conference. The yellow means he is it looks like he's a guard forward, and he's above 6'3", but he's 6'4" or 6'5". So Anthony, you want to, let's see. So we know he's not in the Southwest. Yeah, you want the West, Pacific.
Guardish.
He is a guard. He's a point guard.
Yeah. Or a shooting guard. About 6'3", older than 22, but his number is below 12.
Right.
Oh, man. It's not the Southwest.
Right, it's not the Southwest. I'm thinking Pacific.
I'm gonna go.
Is this his college team that you're talking conference?
No, these are pro teams, division.
Okay.
3 divisions. Right.
I'm gonna go with the Lakers.
Okay.
Wait, I'm confused. What?
Mm-hmm.
Ja Morant and the Lakers. What?
No, because he's not. We know they're in the Western Conference, but it's not. So we're trying to guess who the player is. It's a random player.
This isn't Ja Morant.
Right. It's not Ja
Morant. You. That's just your starting point.
Right. Correct. Yes.
Okay. I'm getting this.
Right. Yeah. You've never played before. You've never played Wordle, so I'm
in the oldest generation.
Right.
Too,
Right. So who do you think on the Lakers?
How tall is Westbrook?
He's 6'3", or he could be 6'4". He might be 6'4".
Let's go. Yeah, let's go Westbrook.
All right, Russell Westbrook. He's on the Lakers.
Oh,
but he's 32 or 31. Who's on the Lakers at 32 or 31?
There's a lot. They got a lot of old players.
He's okay.
How old's Kent Bazemore? Is he on the Lakers?
He's 30.
I don't know who's on the Lakers anymore.
There's that young guy that I know 6'5" that went off at the end, that white guy who I don't remember what his name is.
But he got traded. I know who you're talking about.
He's too young.
He got hurt too.
No, it has to be Kent, because that's only
Kent Bazemore. You think?
It has to be Kent Bazemore, because there's no other. Well, no, I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty big age gap between 33 and 22.
Right. We could just guess it. I mean, we're only on guess. We get 8 guesses, by the way, guys. I forgot to let you know that.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is the fact that we got the Lakers right off the bat is actually fantastic. So, because normally it's just guessing until you get the right team almost. Okay. I'm good with King.
Oh, what about Wayne Ellington? I just now thought about Wayne Ellington.
We can do Wayne. Would you do Wayne Ellington or Kent Bazemore?
Oh man, I don't know. It's
Who's
the
the
age.
youngest? Who's the
We can
youngest?
do both.
It's the age thing that's getting me.
Yeah, who's the youngest then? Because we know
Wayne Ellington's the youngest.
Well, they're either 32 or 31. So the fact
Oh,
that
it says
yellow,
32 to 22. Oh, you're right. Oh,
right.
yeah.
So just to explain this, John, the age, you see where it's pointing down at 33 and it's yellow. That means he is either 32 or 31 because he's within 2 of 33. You see how John Morant's grade, but it's pointing up. It means he's not anywhere near 22. So just to explain that, and to the viewers who don't know how to play, let's see, and to hope that maybe you want to play every day, because I play this just about every day. The only reason I'm kind of good at it is 2K. So
okay,
I'm okay with going
Bazemore would be better than
right. Let's do Kent Bazemore. It's Kent Bazemore.
There we go,
guys. Come on,
3 guesses.
Come on.
No, this wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for me.
Right.
Because I too have played this game, and I know if you get the either the division or actually the team, makes a big difference.
Right. Right.
Huge difference.
I would say that was actually a pretty good first try.
That's awesome right there.
For the podcast. So I don't know, maybe we'll make that a weekly thing. You tell us if you liked it. Try it out. It's pretty cool. They also have a football and a baseball one as well.
Oh, do they really?
Well,
I didn't know
they
that.
do. I don't know what the base one's called. I know the football one's called Poeltl. It's a little harder, but because there are more players, obviously. But yeah. So if we want to move on from that, if you guys want to talk about the playoffs,
the applause.
Right.
Thank
that
you.
was
Actually, we should give that to Anthony more than anything, shouldn't we?
Right. For that Westbrook guess helped it. If we didn't get the Lakers, we were going to be here a while. So
yeah, and he threw out Kent Bazemore at first, I think, didn't you?
I think I threw out Kent Bazemore.
Nick threw out, yeah.
So you
I threw out Wayne Ellington because I was like thinking about all the guards that they had besides Westbrook.
And I threw out absolutely nothing. I was still on the bench.
You were still hoping for Memphis.
Wayne Ellington Wayne Ellington would have been a really decent guess. He's just slightly too old. So
I'm still guessing.
I thought he was young.
34.
I'm still guessing other Memphis players, man. I was like, Brooks.
Right. No.
Okay, I got it. I like that. We'll do that again and see if we can ever beat or at least tie 3 guesses, which that sounds like that's going to be tough.
Right. That was pretty good.
That was luck right there.
Right.
All right, Nick, you want to start us out? We've got some football talk here before we get to the NBA playoffs and the baseball. I can't wait to hear this. Go ahead.
So
I want to hear these rankings, man.
Right. Right. I'll start off from the top 25, like 25, and work my way down. Just because some of them, in my opinion, have moved, and I don't like some of the rankings. So
what are these rankings? This is college football.
College football. This is CBS rankings. It's post spring is what they're calling it. Rankings.
Post spring. This means after their spring games, their
correct.
Red, whites, or whatever games.
Yeah. Right. And this is
whatever color. Yeah.
This is CBS rankings, and 24/7 Sports are the one who posted it. So and we got 25. We got Cincinnati. No surprise after being in the playoffs. I'm kind of surprised they're not higher.
They dropped then, didn't they, from one of the polls?
I believe so.
They were pretty far up there, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we got Penn State, not too far off where they ended last season. Houston, 23, BYU 22, Wake Forest 21, 20 Oklahoma State, 19 Wisconsin, Oregon 18, and still my surprise, I guess, in my opinion, is Texas being number 17 in top 25 still after ending 65 in the regular season last year. Jumping that high up. They do have the number 5 recruiting class, and they do have the number 9 transfer class, but they did end 8 out of 10 in the Big 12 last year. So I don't
Hopefully
know
it's
how
a quarterback that they must have a really big stud quarterback coming in there to jump them that high, though, I would think.
I just don't like Texas in general. I guess that's a bias thing, but I mean, you can't. It's so hard to end 65 in the regular season and be ranked that high.
Yeah.
I mean, so number 16 Michigan State, number 15 Tennessee, number 14.
Well, they have a lot of players coming back.
They do, right? Yeah, right. They do.
They have a lot of what?
You cut out a little bit.
Yeah. Robots.
Yeah, so you have to cut that one out.
What was that? Okay, say it again. They had a lot of what?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
We couldn't hear what you said.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. I said they have. I said they have a lot of players coming back.
There's what we missed.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
They have a lot of players coming. All right, let's do it again. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go to Texas. Go ahead.
Okay, we can do that. So numbers. You wanted me to say number 17 Texas again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So number 17 Texas, which is surprising because they ended 65 last year, and but they do have the top 25 or top 5 recruiting class along with the top number 9 transfer class, but they ended 8 out of 10 in the Big 12, which makes no sense because ending 65 and jumping to 17 in the preseason rankings basically is quite a big jump in my opinion.
We're gonna have to look and see who they got coming in.
Right,
with that number 5. There's got to be a quarterback, a running back, and possibly a wide receiver to jump to make that jump. I would think.
I mean, they do have a lot of players coming back because no player.
5 players or something like that.
No Texas player was picked in this year's draft, which I don't think it's ever happened. For Texas, I don't think it's ever happened. I mean, Arkansas had more, people taken in the draft than Texas did.
Well, we can talk about something about that after I'm done with here, just very shortly. I think I sent you guys the meme.
That's John. That's John's greatest thing.
Right. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
Not to get off topic. No. Hold on. Let's not get too off topic. Hold on. So we got 16 Michigan, 15 Tennessee, 14 USC. The rest of these aren't very surprising in my opinion, other than we got 13 Ole Miss, and then 12 is Miami. Quite a big jump, but they did have a pretty decent recruiting class on top of a transfer class, in my opinion. Number 11, Clemson, which is a big down, from going from Trevor Lawrence 2 years ago to now being ranked number 11 instead of number 1 or 2 or 3. And then the big surprise, what you guys been waiting for, number 10, Arkansas.
Whoa. 10?
In the top 10.
What?
Wait a minute.
Yeah. You can go look this up. It is on 24/7 Sports. This is official CBS post-spring rankings. Number 10, Arkansas. I will give their reasons real fast. In year 3, under the Folk C, Sam Pittman, the Razorbacks have turned the corner as a knock-your-head-off SEC program. KJ Jefferson might be the second best SEC quarterback to Alabama's Young.
I agree with that.
That was CBS Sports direct quote. 24/7 said, you got to keep an eye on the Razorbacks. First 2 games of the season following an impressive season under Pittman. If Arkansas starts hot and wins over nationally ranked Cincinnati and upstart South Carolina under Spencer Rattler, there's a good chance this team will be ranked in the top 10, going into the rest of it. CBS ranking the Razorbacks at top 10 in their post-spring poll is the highest we've seen in preseason. I'm assuming that might be like ever that they've done this. I'm not sure, but that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So,
well, I've got the schedule here for the Razorbacks for 2022. I think we got a decent shot here. We kick off September 3rd. Cincinnati, who you mentioned, 25, I think, was on that list.
25, but they were in the top 4 last year. So
yeah. Then we get an early SEC game. September 10th is South Carolina.
Hard game.
Then we'll go back to non-conference Missouri State, which that should be. It should be. I shouldn't say that, but it should.
Don't give me Chad Morris vibes with the.
Yes, that of course, and that. What's his name coaching them? There used to be a Razorback coach. Petrino. Is it Petrino coaching Missouri State?
He might be.
I think Petrino is Missouri State's head coach now, so he'll be coming back to Fayetteville.
It is Missouri State, yeah. Good
yeah,
catch.
So that's going to be a very interesting game because he's going to want his revenge for sure.
Correct.
Then we got Texas A&M, of course, in Arlington, which we've talked about before. I would love to go to a game at AT&T Stadium. How incredible would that be, guys? We should all try to go to a game at AT&T Stadium.
Let's try this year.
We should.
Yeah.
We need to do that. We'll broadcast live from the stadium.
Right.
Well, I'm game for that. Hey, listen, I'm not a Cowboys fan by any means, but that stadium, I've been to it. I went through, by chance, knew some people that, gave tickets, and they were really good tickets, and that's just a beautiful stadium.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
I always hear people that go there, they say that they get caught up watching the gigantic screen and not watching the actual game because it's so incredible to look at this humongous screen. It's hard not to look at it.
I could see that because the screen is gigantic. The tickets I had, we were like, oh man, I want to say we were like 5th or 6th row from the field on 30-yard line.
So you would have had to look like this to look at the
screen. Plus the way they have it set up down there is we were on the opposing team, or the opposed side. They were playing the Dolphins, I think it was. And you can walk from your seat. They have like this little open area, like they have the bar and the grill and all that stuff there. But you can see the players, like they have the big huge glass. You can see the players walking back to their locker room.
Yeah, that's cool.
Awesome. It was so awesome. But yeah, no, I could see that because that screen, is a big screen. So
that'd be awesome for replays to be able to watch a replay after you've watched the game and then watch the replay up there. I would love that.
Yeah, that's why Dallas Cowboy fans are so bad all the time, because they watch the replay and think, oh, it was pass interference, and the guy didn't touch him.
Well, let's be real. Dallas Cowboy fans are not going to like any call that goes against the Dallas Cowboys. Let's just be real. Okay. After A&M, though, guys, we kick off the hardest game of the year, probably Alabama, October 1st. After that, Mississippi State, then BYU at BYU.
Yeah, I like that.
That's
game.
rough.
Yeah. Traveling to BYU, and that's no gimme for sure. They've been very well. They've done very well at least last season, I think, if I remember right. We've got a week off in October 22nd to come back at Auburn. I wish we had that week off before we played Alabama more than Auburn, I think. But Auburn's not going to be easy either. Then we have an easy game, which I say should be easy. Liberty University. I'm not even sure where they're at, guys, to be honest. I don't know where Liberty University's from.
They got to be
we're playing the
right?
Yeah, we're playing Liberty
Virginia.
Mutual. We're playing the Emu from Liberty Mutual.
Yeah.
Never know how that's going to happen.
They're from Virginia, so yeah.
Okay. Then we got LSU, Ole Miss. And LSU, guys, they may be pretty tough this year. Didn't they get some people in the transfer portal?
They did. And they got some recruits too. Like, I don't know if they got any 5 stars. I'm pretty sure they got a couple 4 stars there. But, supposed to be pretty good.
They could be underrated, I think.
Well, some players left too. You got to think about that.
Yeah.
We got that D end who's supposed to be pretty good. So
right.
So take and give situation.
Ole Miss. Then we've got Missouri. Before we win the SEC championship, December 3rd, we started.
There's only like 3 for sure games that I know for sure we're going to win, and that's Missouri State, Liberty, and Missouri. The rest of those, that's hard. That's a tough schedule right there.
Missouri kind of shocked some people, though. They played Alabama tough last year. I don't think Missouri's a gimme win either. Of course, I don't know if they've lost people, but
I only see us losing 2 games.
Alabama and
Alabama. I would say Alabama and maybe LSU.
LSU. Oh. I was thinking Texas A&M or Alabama, because if you guys let me finish here, 9's Utah, Notre Dame, and then 7's LSU because they have the #1 recruiting class in 2022.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
#1.
Yeah.
So who does?
Texas A&M.
Doesn't matter.
Right. And then Michigan's #6, Baylor 5, Oklahoma 4, Georgia 3, Ohio State 2, and Alabama 1. The rest of those aren't very surprising in my opinion, but yeah.
We just always seem to have like a tough time with LSU. I don't know why. We just always do.
Right. I mean, well, it's just because it's a rivalry game.
Yeah, Alabama's Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Alabama's Alabama.
Missouri's a rivalry game too.
Nah, Missouri.
That's what's really funny is Missouri thinks we're a rivalry, but most Arkansas people don't think Missouri's a rivalry, even though it is. But when we say that, we don't think it. So,
yeah.
Well, in my opinion.
Well, yeah.
But honestly, the boot is LSU. I'm sorry, the boot is LSU. That's the
but that was our rivalry game forever.
Right.
Since we became the SEC, that was kind of like our rivalry was LSU because we had no one else.
Yeah,
we had no one else.
Since Texas, there was no big, huge rivalry, and now that Texas will be coming back, man,
and OU,
that'll be awesome.
That's the thing because since Arkansas in the old Southwest Conference, it was Arkansas and Texas. That was a huge thing.
Yeah,
at least in Arkansas, maybe not as much in Texas. I don't know, but then we went to LSU. They went to Oklahoma, so Oklahoma's coming in. So will we become a rivalry with Texas once again, or are they going to stay
absolutely.
Oklahoma?
I think it'll still be OU Texas, but I think Arkansas Texas will be a rivalry because we'll be in the same conference again. So I think we're just going to go right back to being rivals again.
Arkansas do not like Texas.
Right. That's absolutely right. Well, they might like the Cowboys, but other than that, I don't like the Cowboys, but other people, right?
Who does? I mean, who honestly likes Texas? I might get some flack. I might get some flack for that, but I mean, come on, man.
But it's good. Yeah.
Anthony Sanchez at Gmail.
But it's the same thing that happened with Missouri. Missouri entered back in 2012, 11, or 10. I don't remember when they entered, and I think
it was 2010. I think Macklin was Jeremy Macklin.
It was Texas A&M and Missouri, right? Those both came over, and we immediately somehow became rivals with Missouri, like within a couple years. So I think it'll be the same thing with Texas. I think the Missouri rivalry will drop, in my opinion, and it'll be Texas LSU, and that'll be our two biggest ones.
I've wondered if Missouri will stay in the SEC conference.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Yeah,
it's
so hard on them. That's really
It'll be Vanderbilt, Missouri. Those two are leaving, right?
I mean, you have like your SEC is the biggest conference, period. Right. I mean, they draw all the money. They get all the TV time. So for Missouri to leave, I just don't. I don't see many teams leaving the SEC unless the SEC's like, you're done, you're gone.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. But at the same respect, if you're which they've done better in recent couple of years, they've had some wins and been competitive. But if you're losing games, aren't you losing money? Aren't you losing revenue? So I don't know. Does it balance out for them to remain in the SEC if they're not winning?
Yeah, SEC can be just full of over 500 teams.
Yeah.
Right.
They won't be when they're all in the same conference.
Right. I think if Missouri and Vanderbilt went to a different conference, they're going to be top 4 in their conference for sure. Whatever conference they go to, if they moved. But in the SEC, unfortunately, they
should have swapped out with Texas and Oklahoma. They should have swapped out Missouri and Vanderbilt.
That would have made sense.
But no, like put them in like Big Ten.
Missouri right.
SWAC. The SWAC conference.
The SWAC.
So wait, to move back to the Texas talk about Texas having no players drafted, Trey Wade from Arkansas basketball.
Yes, I wanted. Yes,
he is on the Cardinals rookie camp, right?
I had to give that up for him. Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. He is in the rookie camp. which is the meme I sent to them was Arkansas basketball had more players go to an NFL team than Texas players were drafted.
Yes.
Which is really funny. Of course, probably some Texas players were signed in rookie camps and whatnot, but it's just funny that, you know, Arkansas basketball had a player that is possibility going to be in the NFL. Possible going to be. Can't talk. They might be in the NFL.
Laughing at me when I said Trey Wade, he's gonna make it.
Right. Yeah. He hasn't officially made it, but the fact that he was able to get signed to a rookie camp is pretty amazing.
Incredible.
Here's my beef. Okay. The Cardinals don't need a tight end. Okay.
Right.
Let me just put that out there. They don't. They have. I think they still have Zach Miller, which I think
you mean Ertz?
That's Zach Ertz. Thank you.
Right.
Zach Ertz. They just re-signed him too, and they also have a pretty good backup. So yeah, I don't think they need a tight end. Plus, a tight end that hasn't played football since the 8th grade.
Right.
That's a basketball player.
They may need him on the practice team though.
Yeah, right. He might get signed practice. We'll see.
Okay.
I hope. Do we know who's doing the what's the football thing they do in HBO every year?
Hard Knocks.
Who's doing Hard Knocks this year?
I want to say I heard it was the Rams, but I'm not 100%.
They did it. Didn't they just do Hard Knocks?
Did they? Maybe that's what I heard.
Oh, I think it's the Cowboys doing it.
Of course, it's the Cowboys.
I believe it might be. No, it's Detroit Lions. They just announced it.
You know what? I was just about to say Detroit Lions, but I was like,
right. They just announced Detroit Lions about a month ago. So
okay,
but that would have been great to see Cardinals because they feature people like that. In episodes. So he could have been in an episode. Yeah. That would have been pretty cool.
You could watch DeAndre Hopkins getting suspended.
Right. Yeah. Right. So do we want to move on to baseball, Anthony?
Oh, sure. If y'all want to talk about the greatest sport ever invented.
Wait a minute.
Yes, we are talking about. Okay, I'm gonna take that sound system and your Trey Wade-ness and just throw it out the door.
Right. Or put it somewhere. Put it.
Well, big news Cardinals baseball is obviously Adam Wainwright was just put on the COVID list, so he's going to be out. He's going to be out for a little bit. Him and Yachty did get a win together the other day, so they have tied Warren Spawn's battery, wins. So they need one more win to break that record. And they need, they still need, I want to say they still need like 17 more starts together. But with Wainwright being on the DL right now, obviously that, that kind of puts a little damper on that. Let's see. Nolan Arenado still, playing lights out. Harrison Bader, man, he's just – if he keeps playing the way he does, I mean, he really needs to get some kind of award. Golden Glove, comeback player, something. Because, that kid is just playing amazing right now. Just lights out. Cardinals really using the DH very well, I think. They have a good rotation between Pujols and a couple other younger guys that they have on the team. Malakas right now, I think his ERA right now is like a 1.5, which is amazing. Other news, baseball is going on. The Mets got rid of Robinson Cano, let second baseman go, but they still own $45 million. So,
you got that, don't you, Anthony? You can pay them off with him, right?
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna get that off Trey Wade's. I'm gonna get that off Trey Wade's contract that he gets with the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah.
You're gonna be eating your words when Trey Wade somehow gets signed, not just to the practice squad,
bro. I promise you, if Trey Wade gets signed to the Arizona Cardinals,
you'll shave your beard.
I will not only shave my beard, but I will get a Trey Wade tattoo
Oh man, there's our promo right there.
Right.
Guaranteed.
That's a done deal right there. That's hey.
Yeah. But nothing. I mean, nothing really else going on in baseball, man. It's just still early in the season. Still things flip flopping.
I've got some baseball news on the Razorbacks. If you
okay,
you want.
Are we talking about baseball or softball?
Baseball.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Softball's some news too. We can bring that up too.
Yeah,
right,
definitely.
Right.
Well, it says here Arkansas fell one place in the USA Today baseball coaches poll on today, Monday. We're recording this on Monday. The Razorbacks are now 36-12, 16-8 in the SEC. They won a weekend series at then number 18 Auburn following a home loss to unranked Missouri State last Tuesday. And you see, Missouri State in baseball beat us. We've got Missouri State coming to Fayetteville soon. So
is Petrino coaching baseball too? I don't
He's one of the best coaches we ever had, so maybe.
Oh
no, but I heard he's dating the coach.
right.
Yeah, might have another accident happen.
Yeah. Wait a minute. There you go.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now,
right.
You were saying something about the softball team, though.
Right. They just won the SEC, right? They just clinched the conference title, which is pretty amazing. Congrats. Arkansas sports just doing big things out there. So
they're fifth in the nation right now. Just won the SEC. So congrats to the softball team, man.
Right.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be awesome if all of our teams are in the top 10 in the same year? Of course, that did happen, didn't it? Last year? Was it last year at one point? Because Arkansas,
I think
it was top 25.
I thought the football team did make it, didn't they? To the top.
I know the basketball team. They got like fifth or something, or fifth or sixth.
Yeah,
I don't know if the football team got that high. I know they got like 10th. I think was the highest.
That's what I was thinking.
Either way, we had like 10 sports in the top 25. Soccer, baseball, softball, basketball, football. It was just an amazing year to be Arkansas fan. So Arkansas Razorback fan.
Yeah. Well, y'all want to move on? Let's talk about some NBA playoffs right now.
Sure.
I want to start off right now to all the haters that are all talking all this smack about the 76ers, because now they got Batman of Joel Embiid back with his little face mask, and that he can't handle it. Well, that, and then James Harden kind of showed up. Was it last night's game? Yeah, last night's game. Yeah, he showed up a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, his assists are up when Joel Embiid is on the floor. His percentages go up when Joel Embiid is on the floor. Joel Embiid just makes everybody work on that team. No Joel Embiid, they fall apart. He is the glue that brings that team together. So I had to break out the 76ers shirt for you, Anthony.
I thank you for that.
Yeah, series I think is 2-2. Is that right? I think
right.
2-2. Yep.
Yeah. Now, what do you think about him being overlooked for MVP? Everyone's saying Joker's getting it.
Yeah, no, Joke. He got it.
It's confirmed. I think
it's confirmed. It got confirmed today, I think. And he got it. And I'm just like that. But they talk about how
back to back.
Yeah, they talk about how his team was hurt and all this other stuff, and I'm like, no. I'm like, it was Joel Embiid's MVP season.
Yeah,
he got robbed. It's like when Darren McFadden got robbed from the Heisman. Same thing. Like Joel Embiid should have got MVP.
Yeah, Darren McFadden. Back to that. Yeah, I remember that he was runner up the year before. Everyone
twice.
He thought he was a shoe-in for that last year. I mean,
isn't he the only player to ever have runner-up twice? I believe. I think he might be.
Is he?
I think so.
Yeah. Because he was runner-up his freshman, And then he was runner up his sophomore year, and that's what everyone was talking about. They were like, "Oh, no sophomore is ever going to, get the Heisman, yada yada."
That's why. That's so terrible. Yeah.
And he had a better season his sophomore year than he did his freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think it was either the very next year or the year after Tim Tebow won it his sophomore year.
Yeah.
So I was like, y'all just
yeah. I
whatever.
think they anticipated that he would come back and they would give it to him.
It don't matter. He was lights out his sophomore year.
Most unstoppable Razorback ever.
There were only 4 players ever to finish twice in second. My bad. So
okay.
There's only 4. It's still,
but still, and he had Felix Jones.
Yeah,
right. And he had Peyton Hillis.
Yeah,
who all 3 of them went to the NFL and
became stars on their team. Star running backs.
Peyton Hillis was on the cover of Madden.
Yeah.
Felix Jones had probably the worst of the career, surprisingly, but they all were starters in the NFL.
I thought he did well with Dallas. I thought
right.
Felix Jones had a pretty good career at Dallas.
Did he go to Philadelphia too?
I believe so. Yeah.
I
don't think he played.
Really? I thought he did. I thought he wasn't too bad there. But anyway, and of course D-Mac had all of his injuries,
Yeah.
But still, college running back, he's one of the best.
Yeah.
And for him to get passed up, like his freshman year, I kind of that was another thing too. They're like, oh, no freshman's gonna blah blah blah. And then they give it to Johnny Manziel his freshman year, and I'm like, come on.
I don't know how you didn't know this, Anthony. He went to the Steelers.
Oh, Felix Jones did. Yeah.
Oh, what'd you say? Oh, I thought you said Atlanta. My bad. Continue. Yes, he went to. He didn't play.
Atlanta.
Said Philadelphia.
I said Philadelphia, but I do remember him going
he went
to the Steelers.
He went to. He didn't play. He didn't play very much. He only had 150 yards. So
Steelers only had one. Okay, Steelers only had one Arkansas running back that ever did anything. That was Barry Foster.
Barry Foster. There you met.
And that I met, and that he's one of the reasons I'm a diehard Steelers fan because growing up as we did as Sanchez, man, you had to watch Arkansas sports. It didn't matter if it was football, basketball, whatever. Our father was a huge Arkansas fan.
My room was decorated with Razorback stuff because he worked with the manufacturer of that at the time, and he would give me all this Razorback stuff. I had the hats, the fingers, and the posters, and my whole room as a little kid from 10 years. As far as I could remember, covered in Razorback stuff. So I'm sure you guys got plenty of that too.
Oh yeah. But still, it's he's the reason I'm a Steelers fan. It's Barry Foster. That's just how it was.
Yep.
But I think Embiid he totally got robbed. I really do. Not to say anything bad about Joker because he is a good basketball player. He is a good basketball player. But this was Embiid's year.
Yeah. They look at the numbers a lot. But didn't Joel Embiid lead the league in scoring this year? Was it Joel? I may be wrong on that. That just seems like
I thought it ended up being Giannis.
Was it Giannis? I was thinking. We'll look at that. Let's see.
I got NBA leading scorer.
Regular season. Yeah, look that up. Regular.
It was actually regular season.
Yeah.
I'm in playoffs. Hold on. I'm so sorry, guys.
Playoffs have to.
It was Joel. Giannis was closer. Who was, and then Jokic was number 6.
Where's Joker at?
Number 6.
Yeah. So that's my thing. And he just got it last year. Why the need to give it to him again especially when their team doesn't make the playoffs? They made the playoffs, but
he was second in rebounds, and he was the only non-guard in the top 10, 15
in assists.
17. The next person's 18 who is Giannis.
Yeah.
So it's pretty impressive in my opinion. So
I think the jump though that Philadelphia made this year was so huge, and for him, let's face it, most of the time whoever is leading the league in scoring gets the MVP 90% of the time. Right. I think what he's done and the progress he's came, I would have voted for Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Primarily because Jokic, he got it. He got it last year. Yeah. This guy's passed him up.
No.
I think this year anyway.
I felt some similar football, not to get off track, but Aaron Rodgers won it. Yeah, I get he had a fantastic year, but there were a few people that could have gotten it over him, and he won it the year before, and it's like,
well, the NFL feels bad for Aaron Rodgers. Let's just get that straight,
right,
okay?
right.
Because the Green Bay Packers just keep messing him over.
Right. He is
the
most losing NFC conference quarterback of all time. So
yeah, they just keep doing him wrong. So then it feels like, well,
And how much longer is he going to be there?
I mean, if it was me, I would have. If I were him, I would have already left.
As soon as they got rid of Devontae, I'd been like, all right, I'm done.
How old is Aaron Rodgers now? How old is he?
I got
33, 34?
No, 38.
Yeah, I was going to say
there's
a lot.
He's only got a few years. So the only reason I said that is because Tom Brady had almost 1,200 more yards than Aaron Rodgers in passing. So,
does Tom Brady really need any more accolades?
I think at 44
though.
Yeah.
At 44 though.
Incredible to be doing what he's doing at 44. That's not that much younger than me. That's around Anthony's age.
No, thank you. You know who else they said that about was Lance Armstrong. Look what happened with him.
Well, he had a little.
I am waiting for that Tom Brady news. Found out that he was using this the whole time. Like, I'm just waiting for that.
I don't know if it'll happen. I think he just eats too well and works out perfectly. He's just
I think it's all the ingredients that they're put into his hair color that he dyes his hair with. I think it's got like some hidden.
Yeah, that's not natural.
Got some PEDs in it.
Yeah, he's got something that's not showing up in his hair coloring.
Did you guys want to talk about the Kentucky Derby? Maybe end it off, or
what's going on with the Kentucky Derby? What happened there?
The long shot, one of the two long shots, I can't remember if it was the longest shot. The 80-1 came in first. Right. I can't remember the exact amount, but I think if you had a $1 win ticket, for every $1 you bet, you would have made $167.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And I normally bet on the Kentucky Derby, at least. I didn't this year, and I always put the long shot. I did not do it this year. Every year, the past 2 years, I do the exacta. If you don't know what the exacta is, you're guessing the 1 and the 2 horse. I always do some sort of combination where the long shot's winning or coming in second, along with the favorite coming in first and coming in second. I didn't do it this year. Not going to say how much money I lost out on by not trying it, but I haven't won it, so I just stopped. Didn't do it this year, and I now am kicking myself. So
yeah.
So amazing. Yeah, it's I don't know how often that happens, especially at the Kentucky Derby. I mean, but yeah,
so we're guaranteeing you will be back here on this podcast now.
Right,
the rest of your life.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a question for you. Guys.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go deep here. What do you guys feel what NBA team has the best jerseys of all time?
Just throughout the entirety of their jerseys, or just no?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Celtics are too plain. Lakers are too plain.
Yeah, they're green too. Green can't win. I did like the Milwaukee Bucks with the little colors on the side at one point. I thought those were pretty cool for its time. But the 76ers I always liked back in Dr. J's time.
They've had a lot since then too. I mean, even with AI there and everybody, they've had a lot of different jerseys.
I've always liked the Suns jerseys, but I'm trying to think of more that I think are just better.
New Jersey Nets used to have some crazy ones for a short period before you guys' time, probably.
Knicks are always the same.
I think the Magic have always looked pretty cool with their blue and black, in my opinion.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to think who's had like the craziest jersey, and there was with all
Denver,
the
the
color.
rainbow.
Denver, yeah,
Rainbow.
Denver's probably one of the craziest. But Phoenix had that for a little while too. I think they kind of.
Yeah, they just had so many different jerseys. Like they've had this one back in like the late 2000s, early 2010s, and then now they have I love their jerseys now with their little skyline, Phoenix skyline.
Yeah.
That's great.
You have to go back to the 70s for some really cool jerseys.
No.
Flint Tropics.
I'm gonna hit you. We're still talking about semi-pro. Yeah. I traded the Washer for Monix. No, for me, I mean, of course, I grew up, Bulls, yeah, but I also grew up like Magic, and I love the pinstripe, like the black and white or the white and black pinstripe that they had. Love that, but I also did really like the Detroit Pistons.
The horse?
The horse, like the Grant
I didn't like that one, man.
I low-key love I hate the way they look now. They need to rebrand. They need to completely redo their logo, their jerseys, everything, because they went from the horse to that, and I like the horse.
Yeah,
I was a fan.
And the Grizzlies, the Vancouver Grizzlies.
Right. Yeah, those are cool. Awesome. They have throwback games where they wear those periodically. And those are pretty cool. Yeah. And they even decorate the court with the old retro. That's pretty cool.
Just as a quick take, Charlotte Bobcats, probably the worst when it comes to jersey / mascot and logo. Was not a fan of the Bobcats. Right. Not a big fan of the Bobcats. Anything they had going, the orange and blue looked awful. Was it navy blue? I can't remember. I try to remember. It's exactly, you can't even remember. That's how forgettable
a Bobcat. I mean,
right.
But they all had, like, especially like with the Pistons, like they kind of all were going towards that kind of like sharp edge, style of how they, like the Jazz were doing it, the Nuggets were doing it. They all kind of did that back then, but for some reason, just that how the Pistons, I mean, for the longest time, it was like either it was like Pistons or Detroit, and it was that red, white, and blue color combo, and then they just like put the horse in there for some reason, It's just, I like that.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of that, the NFL logos do that now with the whole talk about points and stuff, right?
How do y'all feel about the baseball jerseys? They're going to start putting advertisements on them.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
Well, every sport's doing that. I was just going to say that's the newest thing with the NBA jerseys in the last couple of years. If you'll notice, they all have a sponsorship on them.
There's already too many advertisements on top of commercials, on top of advertisements. We don't need to see it on players. I know NBA does it. Football doesn't really do that, but that I can think of.
I think it's coming. I bet.
Probably.
Yeah. They don't need it. It's way too much. Like, come on.
But the revenue that brings in, multi-millions of dollars.
They can send the check to me. So.
I never thought I would see it, especially in baseball. I just never did. But now they're starting to do it, and I'm just like,
football doesn't need it. There's too much in football to add. At that point, we're just might as well call it the XFL at that point.
Yeah, that's probably where it's going towards. I think the USFL does that now. I think they have the advertisement, and I'm sure the XFL probably will. But
yeah, I mean,
and their advertisements are Bubba's Car Wash down.
Right, exactly.
Here,
it just looks it looks tacky. It does. It looks tacky. I don't, like I said, I don't need my face to be just absolutely surrounded by advertisements like online. I already get enough
to Bubba's Car Wash, though. Bubba, right. If you want to sponsor us, we're right.
I will tattoo an advertisement at this point.
Right. On my forehead.
You may have Nike, to when Trey Wade makes the Cardinals, so.
Yeah.
Right.
No, we ain't gonna do it on the forehead. We'll do it somewhere else. We ain't gonna do it on the forehead.
There's the buzzer, guys.
Oh,
we are out of time. Once again, another great show, man. What a great, fun show. Love this. Getting together 3 generations of Sanchez men, the Sanchez Entertainment Channel, SEC Sports Talk, closing comments, guys?
Man, just enjoy watching sports, and come check us next week. See what we got going on.
Yeah, come check out the Poeltl we'll probably end up doing next week.
Yeah.
So
See if we can beat 3. See if you
Yeah.
guys can get it before we get it, and let us know in the comments, which I know you didn't today because these guys are really good. 3 guesses. Wow. All right, guys, we'll see you next week right here on the SEC Entertainment Channel, Sanchez Entertainment Channel. More sports coming up next week.